Welcome to the third floor of Higher Voice Studio. This is my studio, room number 300, where I teach privately. And I'll just take you on a quick tour down the hall so you can get a taste of more of what we do. People often ask me how I named the rooms, because as you can see, they all have names on them. Some of them have teachers in them, some of them don't yet. These are actually not named after the teachers, they're named after my teachers, my mentors that got me where I am, because we all stand on the backs of giants. I was in undergrad and I had hit a wall with my voice training. I was doing some really flashy, amazing things that everybody was really excited about, but they felt awful. And I would get done with singing just one song and I was so tired that I couldn't sing anymore. And so I had exhausted all of my resources and asked every teacher that I knew for help, and all of them just kept saying to me, that sounds great, I don't really know what the problem is. Until finally the opera director, Gary Race, said, "It's your tongue." And I said, "I don't know what you're talking about, my tongue." And he said, "Yeah, your tongue is tight. Just don't tell anybody, but meet me on Saturday morning and I will teach you what I know." So he was the beginning of my training, and instead of fishing for me, he taught me how to fish and made me not only a better singer, but the teacher that I am today. So when I realized I could graduate early and do my master's where he had learned everything that he knew, I did so and started at Tri-Cities Opera in New York. Peter Sicilian was the director and also a very important voice teacher for me. Also kind of a father-y figure, very nurturing and kind and understanding. Really important for singers. Dwayne Scrabalack, who has now passed. It's been a couple of years now. And he was the technician, and he French, German, Italian, all of that. Peter was definitely a technician as well, but both of them together made a huge impact on me. And then there's room 304, which is the Merrifield room. Debbie Merrifield was my piano instructor in Los Angeles. Piano is very, very important to me. Obviously she made me a great pianist, but taking piano and learning that skill of putting my voice into another instrument has made me a better singer. So I definitely couldn't wait to name a room after her. Let's go down one more floor. So we are on the second floor now, and this is room 200, which is one of our small classrooms, and this is the Margaret Zeleny studio. Meg Zeleny was the conductor for the California Children's Choir, and a very influential mentor of mine. We didn't always have the easiest relationship. I was a very big personality with a lot of big opinions when I was a child, you can only imagine. And she and I, didn't always see eye to eye, but the most important thing that she taught me is that children can do way more than we give them credit for. She threw us Bach, she threw us some of these incredible big works like Benjamin Britten's Ceremony of Carols and Pergolesi's Stabat Mater, and knew that we could do it. And thanks to her, I knew that I could do it, and I can then help other people do it as well. So we'll take you down the hall here a little bit. This is room 200, which is named after Jeffrey Norris, who was my voice teacher at the Interlochen Arts Academy. He taught me everything I know about breathing and breath support, and was so important to me in high school at the Arts Academy. Very nurturing, very kind, very patient, and knew a lot about anatomy, which started me on that process as a singer. This is room 202, which is named after the Stevenson brothers, Dude and Jim Bob, and they were the director and co-director of the operettas at Interlochen Center for the Arts in the summer. And I learned all that I know about Gilbert and Sullivan, which is rarely done anymore, unfortunately, but they could take 200 people on a stage, and in 4 or 5 weeks weeks, put on an incredible operetta and bring out the best in everyone. They were really, really important to me believing in me, honestly. This is room 203, which is named after Robert Murphy, or Murph as we called him. He was the instructor for organ at the Interlochen Arts Academy, and he was also my piano instructor at Interlochen. And he would say to me, "Now, Miss Hillary, you are not singing into that piano," because he knew that all of my skills as a singer could be plugged into piano and make my piano sing, just like he made the organ sing. So the last one on this floor is room 204, which is named after Hugh Ferguson Floyd, who was the conductor at the Interlochen Arts Academy and also camp. Some of my most incredible concerts I've ever been in were conducted by him. He challenged us with music and urged us to learn it quicker and be right on all the time, and the attention to detail, and brought out things in us that we did not know that we could. I hated learning music, and I always found that once I learned it, it was the most incredible piece I had ever studied, thanks to Hugh Ferguson Floyd. I can't say enough about being in choir. Choir made me the singer that I am today. So let's take you down to the first floor, and you can learn all about Hibbett Hall, where it all began. So when I got to naming the studios and I got to the ground floor with the small performance venue, I knew that I had to name it after Peyton Hibbett, who was one of the co-founders of Tri-Cities Opera. He started it back when he was late teenager, early 20s, and as an opera, not even an opera company, but just an opera chorus. And it just grew and grew to become a training company. And had he not trained me, and had he not trained all of the other singers, then I would not be the singer I am, but I certainly wouldn't be the teacher that I am without him. And he has now passed, but this is my tribute to him, is to carry on this legacy of education and growth and encouragement and love, which he instilled in me at my cellular core. So this is Hibbett Hall, and this is where we have our open mic nights, and we have our Music Together program for ages 0 to 5 and their parents. We do workshops and master classes, and there's a lot of life and a lot of music that happens in this room. So I'm glad that you joined us on our little tour.